Determine the force in members AE and DC stated if the members are in tension or compression. We're going to solve this by method of joints. And so let's start out by looking for some zero force members. Now if we look at AE here on this joint, there is no other force or member in the y direction. Therefore, this must be a zero force member. And also here, that would leave that hanging out there, so that must be a zero force member. On this connection here at C, that's a roller, and this goes across, and there's no other X component or force, so this must be a zero force member. Let's start then by calculating the reactions CY and AY. There could be a reaction AX, but that will clearly be zero since there are no horizontal loads. So if we first sum the moments about A, then we'll get negative 800, and that's going clockwise, so it's a negative 800 times 4, plus CY, which is causing counterclockwise rotation, so it's positive CY times 8 equals 0. So CY equals 400 pounds. Summing the forces in the Y, we have negative 800 plus CY, which is 400, plus AY equals 0. So AY equals 400. Now, let's redraw the truss. So we have A, B, C, D, E, 800 down, 400 up, 400 up, and this one is 0. Now erasing the middle sections, we have our joints. Starting here, this one is 400 up, it must have 400 down. This can contribute nothing to the Y components, so there's our Y equilibrium. So the horizontal would have to be the same as the ratio as the geometry. And the geometry is 4 to 3. So 3 over 4, and 3 is the vertical, so 400 over X, this component. So X is equal to 533. So following through on the other side, we have 533 and 400. Now if we have 533 to the left, we must have 533 to the right. 533 to the right here, we must have 533 to the left there. Now looking at this here, we have 400 up, we must have 400 down, and this can't do anything down, so this has to be 400. And having 533 over, we must have 533 to the left. And we have equilibrium in the X and Y. 400 down, 400 up. 800 down and 400 up, therefore we must have 400 up there. This one is 0. So 533 up, over to the left, 533 to the right. And we have equilibrium here in the X, or the Y, and the X directions. 533 over, 533, and 533 that way, so we have 533 this way, and 400 down. 533 and 533 counter each other out. 400 down leads to 400 up. 400 up, 400 down, which nicely finishes off with equilibrium at joint C. And for tension, tension are the joints that are pulling in. So this is pulling in on E and in on D, so this is in tension, this is in tension. Pushing out is in compression, and those are all, oh, this one's pulling in, tension.